So AP, not one, not two, but four championships. How you feel about that? Like just the emotions. Just talk to the people and tell them about that coming in high school with four rings.
It's an amazing feeling, especially when you like work so hard to get to that point.
Definitely. So coming up into school and Hoover High School though, then you stepping in with the big dogs. Did you expect that though? Like coming in and no, I'm just gonna come to this school and I'm gonna leave with all this.
Definitely not. I moved to like the Hoover school system from McAdory just because I wanted to have a better education. My parents knew that I was getting better at basketball as well. And so I just came and I just wanted to play. I made the team and everything, but I never thought that it was going to end the way that it ended and to come
Come
out with four rings.
And she being modest, child, you know what I'm saying, on it. But everybody, we know that your story is already written. Everything is already put. It's just you putting into that story what God has already written for you. So shout out to you and your parents, though, for actually making that move and saying that you wanted something different and better. It is nothing to other areas, but it was just something y'all said we want to do something better and took on. But taking on saying do something better, got four rings. So better was good and better was needed. So shout out to you on that. And for all the ones just joining in, this is another episode of Talkers versus Stool, the mental game aspect though, where we're talking to amazing female athletes about things that they are going through, as well as spotlighting the greatness they've done too. So if you have not already, stop talking right now, hit the subscribe button, then keep watching with us. So back to so we talked about the four rings, and then we want to talk about the aspect of you guys. You just finished up a championship, and I want to say it was built around your leadership. So can you tell the people a little bit about how was it this year? Because it was a different level this year with everything. What was the things that you had to grow through to be that leader on the team this year?
I'd be more vocal, communicate better, and just understand my teammates on and off the court a lot better. Just knowing like what my teammates do best, like where to give them the ball, stuff like that. And just like as far as communication, like whenever someone messes up, you tell them, "Hey, come on, you got it. Do this better, whatever, whatever." But like give a negative comment and then two positive comments.
I love that aspect of those comments of what you're saying to be able to provide. So just give it a short example. Like, I know you had several players, but what would that look like if you was to say that to someone and you was giving them what would be those three things you would say?
Um, like for example, like somebody turned the ball over. Like, hey, you gotta dribble the ball better, like pound it and then be like, but you got it, like you can beat that person and just go right or just go left or just pull up, stuff like that.
Got it. Y'all better write them notes. Y'all better write them notes down, especially these upcoming seniors and leaders. You want to have these notes down of how to communicate with your teammates because it's so important. And I think that's the biggest thing of bridging an amazing team is having great team cohesion when it comes to that. So how was just the atmosphere at Hoover? Because I know a lot of people and a lot of the young ladies that I work with, they are from more of the Birmingham City area. So they see it, but they don't know. So just telling how is that? Like what kind of family did you guys build over there to be successful?
We definitely build it like a winning kind of mentality. It was like it's really hard to explain honestly, but it was a grind all the time, and it was like
Mm.
win the day. Like every day you have to come in and win the day. And sometimes you're not gonna win the day all the time, but after you lose, you need to win again. Like you like just pick it up. Like it's not you're gonna mess up, but it's gonna help you succeed in the long run.
No, I love that. Yeah, that was dope. That was some bars right there. Yo, you said win the day every day, but also understanding you not gonna win every day, but keep going.
Mhm.
Like that's deep. Like, and I told y'all, my girl be so smooth, man. She be so smooth with this stuff. It just be funny to me because she's gonna take her time with it and everything, but she's gonna give it to you. So, with that being said, I love that analogy. So, but knowing that every day you're not gonna win. So, we want to talk about that part where what are some of the days or things happen to you that you had to get more mentally focused? Because the biggest thing I teach about is the mental aspect because we forget physical is there, but I'm sure winning the day at Hoover, you had to go through some mental times. So just talk about some of the times you had to be mentally fit to do what you do.
When I first got there, it was really hard for me to just focusing more. Like we have a lot of drills that we do in practice where we have to make a certain amount to not have to run. And so when I first got to Hoover, I was shooting a lot of air balls. Like honestly, because I just wasn't focused. I was scared to shoot because I'm thinking I don't want to shoot an air ball, but I'm still gonna shoot an air ball because how hard I'm thinking about it. Instead of just trusting my mechanics and everything and just shooting it.
I love it. I love it. So how long did it take you to transition out of that from, just giving that belief in yourself?
Honestly, it didn't really start like getting better until like junior year, kind of the end of my sophomore year. Just because at that point I was kind of getting the starting lineup more, and coach, I feel like coach is believing in me more. So it's like, well, I got it. Like if she can believe in me, then I should believe in myself.
Definitely. I love that. I love that. But I also want to just push to you guys as this young lady y'all see have had 4 rings. We talking about 4 years coming in, but hearing you say it really wasn't until like your junior year. Excuse me, you guys. So saying it wasn't until your junior year, so you really start getting playing time and seeing it. So that talks about just how resilient you had to be to still stay on the team and you wasn't getting time. Like, how was that for you to be able, like, I'm gonna still get on here, and it's Hoover, so y'all paying them dues, but you still wasn't getting on time. What was just always that mental, or what was the push for you to still be a part of something of that nature like that?
It was very tough, but my parents really kept pushing me like, "Hey, you're not getting in because you're not doing this or you're not doing that." So I
Mm,
always kept that in mind. I worked on it like in training or just by myself, and I asked like my coaches like, well, in film, like, well, what did I do here that was wrong, or like at practice, mainly at practice, like, well, why did I get beat or stuff like that, like when I'm not playing.
okay. So it's a lot of you just being self-aware of yourself and being okay with asking the coaches instead of being scared. And I know a lot of young athletes are like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it worse if I ask questions, but I shall say being a former coach too, sometimes it doesn't. They did know that you really care about that playing time, that you want to be a part of there. Well, when you don't ask questions, I feel like you're just there. So taking that on with you saying that you asked those questions, you took that time to really say, I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna talk about this, to get there. And so drilling in there, I know you also end up running into an altercation or you had an injury, correct? So just telling about the injury.
Well, the end of my well, kind of like the beginning of my sophomore year, it was around like play date time, summer. I tore my ACL, a
Mm,
lot of other stuff too, like ACL, MCL, sprung LCL, all that stuff.
wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
tough.
So this is the empathy. We say resilience, courage, and courageous to still come through that. And you still say, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna stick to it and I'm gonna get it. So that was a lot. But I want to drop to this picture here. Looking at this picture, if you can think back, like, because they got a lot of amazing pictures out there of you. Like, what was just your thought frame when you're in there? You on this court, all the spotlight was on you guys, and congratulations again for just another amazing year in the championship. Like, what was some of the stuff running through your head being on this big floor? Were you being a leader this time?
This time it was more like, well, I've been here before. I've been here 4 years. I
Come on,
played last year, so this isn't really anything much new. I just gotta lead my teammates, communicate with them, and we can take this home.
got it. So That repetitious make it even better, knowing that I already been here, I done that, did that,
Yes, ma'am.
on that part. So love it, love it. So we had an injury. We had the part where we had to sit out sometime, but we still was able to come back and we got into that year of I'm leading. I'm going to do this. So when we're talking about leadership and we got younger girls, especially some of your former and still current teammates, like what are some thoughts that you would give to them that they need to do to help propel their time quicker than what you did? Like, what are some things they can do different? And even other young athletes that are in the high school levels, like, I hear her story. She won all these championships, but a lot of people, it was Hoover, it was built. You guys already had it. People don't know the work that you guys put in. They just feel like every year you guys are going to kind of automatically win. So, what would be some stuff that you could tell some other young athletes to separate themselves now to start grinding and get to that next level?
I say be vocal. Just talk. Like not like unnecessarily talking, but like actually communicating with who you're on the floor with. Like it just makes like playing much easier. There's no confusion on the floor.
Mhm.
And it makes it seem like you know what you're doing if you even if you don't know like what's going on or where you should be.
Mhm. I love it. She just gave y'all a real quick jam for some of the ones that really don't know what y'all be doing on the court. She just gave it. Just talk. Just act like you know what you're saying, even though you don't know what you're saying. But it is vital. It's vital to be able to communicate. People forget that communication open up so much more where people don't understand. So being able to communicate is important because a lot of kids, as I always say, are not always out there to really just because they love the sport. Some kids are out there because that's all they got to do, or it's something they need to do. So everybody don't have the same love, but everybody can communicate. So that's so important, like you said, to be able to communicate. But when did you kind of just picked up that ball and said, "This is something that I want to do"? When did that start for you?
It really started like seventh grade year. I was at McAdory and I was just going to the high school games. And we didn't have a team for seventh grade at the time. So I was just going to go to the games because my friends were at the game.
Right.
And this girl on the team, I think she's the best player on the team. And I just enjoyed watching her play. Like whenever she made a shot, like how the crowd would just yell and everything. And I was like, I told my dad, I was like, I want that to be me. Like the feeling that you would get from just I don't know scoring and just
The love, the being known, the being seen, and everybody hollering. And you definitely got that crowd. Being at Hoover, you guys definitely got that crowd. Your name is gonna be stamped with that crowd for those things. I think you definitely did that and you develop yourself into the amazing young woman that you are now of paint a picture of something that you've seen and believing in that picture. Now we fast forward and we see you've painted another picture. So you've already told many, you already told millions, but on Talkers versus Doers, the mental game aspect, tell the people where you're going. Let the people know where you signed up at.
I'm going to Southern Illinois University.
Let's go, Southern. You guys amazing, amazing athlete, amazing person. I'm sure when you get up there to college stuff, they're gonna pump you up a little bit and talk more, y'all. So when we have her back, she probably be a little bit more, but it's kind of just been you for years. On it. So why Southern? Why Southern Illinois? Why you decided there?
They were my only D1 offer, and before they even like contacted me, I was having JUCO and everything. And I was like, okay, this is where I'm going. This is my road to D1. But
Mm,
I'm always gonna want more for myself. So of course I was like, I wonder if I could get a D1 offer, and they took a chance on me, and they saw something in me that other people didn't see. So
I love it. I love it. But I ain't gonna just let you just run past that like that.
yes, ma'am.
Go back that on again. You said that was your only D1 offer, but all the other JUCOs, you said it was your road to D1. So explain the mindset of what you meant by that.
Well, um, I don't even know what to say on that question. I've always wanted to go D1, so that's always the goal. But whatever I get, I take, and it doesn't matter how you get to your goal as long as you get there. So if I had to play rec ball before I get to D1 before college, then that's just what I have to do to get to my goal.
Yo, she said if I had to play rec ball, I was still gonna do it to get to my goal.
Yes, man.
Like, yeah, that is the growth and development mindset to understand and know that. Because we have so many young kids that expect to go right out of school and we're gonna go to D1, we're gonna be seen, we're gonna be do all this. But it's work to get there. Everybody don't get there. And when I had the pleasure of coaching, I would always be real. And now that the information that I provide and I'm working with youth and, elite clients, I be real with the parents. It's a small percentage. Really and truly, when you're looking at every state, you got a 2 to 3% of students that are actually going to go to a D1 level or high. And then when we're talking about especially female athletes, it's even more. Thankfully, with the change, everything is growing, but we got to be real. And some people scare away from the JUCOs and saying that they don't want to go there or be there. But you were saying, hey, that was the only one. It came right at the end, but you had already had that mindset and mentality. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to get there. And like you said, I'm going to put that work in.
Yes,
And
man.
that separated you, though. That separated you where people seeing you. And I can say that because from the first time I seen you about a year ago playing and then gradually seeing you get better, it separated you. It made people start looking at you because you position yourself of, I'm going to grind, I'm going to put that work in every time I step in the gym. So when you step in that gym, also for the people, what is your mentality? Because if y'all not, we're gonna make sure y'all gonna have it down below to be able to follow her, connect with her, and everything of that nature. But what is the mentality when you get in that gym? Because your videos, you put work in.
Yes, ma'am. My mentality is just to get better, 1% better. You can't get like results don't happen like by the flip of a switch. So I just try to get 1% better every day. Do the things that I know that I'm weak at, that I'm not that good at, like doing on the floor, whether it's dribbling with my left hand or floaters or pull ups, just anything to get better.
1% better every day. 1%. And you continue to gradually move in there because you even on the weight. So you already ahead of going in this collegiate level because you pushing the weight. So what you pushing? What you benching? You benching yet? What you picking up on the weights, AP? Let the people know.
I don't know exactly to be honest. I know it's like one something, but
Come on now. She already said one, so she gonna come back swollen in the mug now. Here, y'all, y'all understand? Be like, yo, you already cut up, so that's good because you're passionate, you're pushing yourself on there already. So, but are you excited just going into that next level because graduation is around the corner? As we spoke, May the 23rd. Like, are you excited for this next journey into your life?
I'm very excited just to meet new people and to be in a different atmosphere and a different state. It's gonna be fun.
Definitely. Okay. And so is mom and daddy moving there too?
No, ma'am.
Cause I know you the baby now. You ain't baby. Hey, look, when they see this, they gonna be like, really? Cause yeah, your whole face just changed. She's like, no, that is it, child. That is it. But they have been amazing parents, and we got a couple of more minutes, and I wasn't gonna do this at first, but I'm gonna go to that. Like, how important it is to have great parents that are supporting you as not only an athlete but just as their child, because I think a lot of parents miss that, and it was something that I lacked when I played sports. So how important is that, just to have some empowering parents?
It's very important. Like they're always in my corner. Like when I'm look down, they always lift me up. They fill me with confidence. They they the one that instilled the hard work into me. So it's very very important to have people to spend their time and money into something that you've expressed that you love to do.
Mm, great. Y'all hear that, parents? You know, you got to be there, you got to support, you got to be around. And then that support shows, it shows in the person that you have become too. And for the parents that are gonna look and listen, it's gonna show into that kid. Once a kid know you believe them and you're pushing, the sky's the limit because it starts at home. They want to see that. They want to know they love. They want to know that you are excited, win or losses. Because I know there's a lot of parents that you guys only cheer when they're winning, but the biggest cheerleader needs to be when they're down. The biggest cheerleader needs to be when they have that injury or they're hurt. The biggest cheerleader is that one that they win a whole season and they ain't touched nothing but the layup line through warm-ups and you still cheered and you still there. See, that's the stuff what some of y'all parents don't understand and you don't want to come to, but that's the most important thing that your child is gonna remember. The thick and thin, because it hurts. Like, sports is an emotional game and we don't talk about that, but it's very emotional. So as we end and we wrap up the last question, I guess the biggest thing is, where do you see female athletes going in your excitement? Like, where do you think female athletes in the whole will continue to grow to?
Oh, we're going up from here.
Ooh, let's go.
Like we going up from here just from college athletes and how much we're progressing as far as like people watching us and just all the things like that. We are going up from here for sure.
Oh, great, great, great. So how many teams you think they go to expand to?
I hope they expand by at
Yeah.
least five, at least five, so we can get some more people out there, some more people to watch. I kind of feel like we're kind of watching the same people, and then on top of the old heads still wanting to play. Like we love to see y'all, but it's time for the new generation.
Like time to open up some more and let some more people come in.
Yes, ma'am.
Like definitely, and it gives more opportunity too. With so many, even now, have been let go and waived from these teams because they only can hit their roster 12, and then we don't have that many teams either. So you're gonna look at like 40 some players compared to hundreds of some for the NBA team. So you got a lot of talent that's going other places that can really be here pushing it. So as you said, I'm excited about it. I'm praying for them that they can get more and continue to grow and get to that level that we deserve. And it's been overwhelming to see, but these girls are showing up and showing out. And I pray that what you do and the capability you have, you bring that to your team as well. And you continue to grow and continue to do your thing, because the sky isn't the limit of what can be done and what God can do for anyone, just through hard work, push, and determination. Like, you are truly, truly are example and a silhouette of what change could look like. So we thank you for stopping by, just giving us some of your time and blessing us. And we look forward for more talks with you to see what you're doing. We will be following, we will be looking, we watching the posts just to make sure of all the great things you're doing. So thank you for that. And we always just have the people to say, what's one last word or quote you want to leave with the people, if you have any?
Quote.
A
I
word,
always
just
love hearing,
encouragement.
yes, ma'am. I always love hearing my trainer tell me that hard work is easy work.
Mm,
So working hard is easy.
train your mind. Working hard is easy. And you know what it is. It's your girl, Coach Perry, with another amazing episode of Talkers versus Doors, the mental game series, though. But as always, don't just talk about change, be a doer of the change you desire and want to see. Let's go, y'all.